For those who missed this story, Mozilla updated their terms of service to include extremely vague wording, which has made a lot of people freak out. And when I say freak out, I don't actually think that's hyperbole. I've seen people freak out. Like they've been mad posting on Mastodon, Twitter, YouTube, like every 5 minutes, just pissed. For context, I am not like a hardcore, die-hard Mozilla fan. I've made critical Mozilla videos in the past. I will probably continue to do that, but I still appreciate a lot of the work that Mozilla does towards Firefox, having an alternative to Chromium, and my main browser, and what I'm recording on right now, is Mullvad browser, which is based on Firefox, and I think the Tor browser is fantastic. With that said, a lot of people have been pissed, and have interpreted a lot of these changes. Things like when you upload or input information through Firefox, you hereby grant us a non-exclusive, royalty-free, worldwide license to use that information to help you navigate, experience, and interact with online content as you indicate with your use of Firefox. A lot of people have been interpreting this as meaning Firefox is going to collect any data you put into the browser and using that for, like, who the hell knows, maybe training AI, training their own local LM. I've heard so many theories. So, first, the worst case scenario that everybody's talking about with Firefox is that they are, like I just said, going to use this for everything, and they're going to collect your data, they're going to use it to build tools that people don't want to use. I'm not saying that's not a possibility and that won't happen. I just don't necessarily think that's the goal. I think that if they were going to do that, they would actually need a much more invasive privacy policy than this. I think on the other side of things, this is literally just a wording update and it doesn't change anything and they don't actually have any intentions behind this, which is kind of what Mozilla seems to say here in their PR. They finally did respond, so if you want to see their response, it's here on TechCrunch. And they clarified that it's part of Mozilla's focus to build privacy-preserving ads, which has been a thing that people are very unhappy with, and I'm mixed on because I don't want ads in Firefox, but if Firefox keeps not getting Google revenue in the future, then how will they survive? So it's kind of this tricky middle ground. But they have clarified that the term non-exclusive was used to indicate that Mozilla doesn't want an exclusive license to user data because users should be able to do other things with that data too. So royalty-free is their way of saying, like, no, like it's your data, not ours. So they're giving this like best case scenario thing. I think the middle ground is that, you know, they might be just getting this very vague little thing added there so that in the future they can roll things out that people may or may not like. So I think that that middle ground is the most likely scenario. And where that leaves me in terms of people are like, oh, how do I delete or move away from Firefox? I think if you move away from Firefox because of this, that's very reactionary. I don't think it's grounded in like anything that might even happen in the next like 6 months. You know, like it might, you know, like I said, I could be wrong. The best case scenario could very well happen. A lot of these people could be completely right. I'm not saying that I'm not saying Firefox can't go completely the wrong way on this. I just think that it's very reactionary to just immediately move away from Firefox because of this one thing, which pretty much just opens up the potential possibility for something potentially bad happening in the future. And on top of all of that, none of this would apply to Firefox forks. That's another question I've seen as well. People are wondering, oh, I use Mullvad browser, like what I'm recording with right now, or I use Waterfox, I use, you know, enter whatever fork that you use. This will not impact those forks. So just want to make that very clear. This is only for Firefox itself, and it doesn't actually impact the Firefox source code. It's just the Firefox installer and where you get Firefox from Mozilla officially. So those are my thoughts. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the live chat. I think that if you want Firefox alternatives, we always have alternatives on our website. But if you go to techlore.tech/resources and you just click the button to all resources, you're going to see web browsers, and we have lots of web browsers you can try. So there's Tor browser, Mullvad, Brave, LibreWolf, Chromite, Safari, uBlock, and yeah, Firefox as well. So lots of options. Even if, you know, the worst case scenario happens, you still have other options. So let's stay strong. This clip came from our main channel, Techlore, where we talk about digital rights and how to keep yourself and the people around you safe online, as well as just reclaiming a little bit more ownership. If you enjoy this content, want more nuance, and want a little bit more of a deep dive, check out our main channel here on the screen or in the description, and we'll see you there.